Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to BWN, Black Wrestling Nerds. We got a few things we want to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Money in the Bank, both men and women. We're going to talk about SmackDown just passed on Friday, as well as we're going to talk about Raw that just passed as well too. So where do you want to start off at, my good sir?
I didn't know that you were going to lay out an introduction. Jesus.
Hey, I just
All
went
right.
into it, man. Hey, we got to start somewhere.
I feel you. I feel you. But I figured we'll start with SmackDown just because it's the oldest thing, and kind of work chronologically up to where we're at since the event is on Saturday, where we're approaching quick. There's a lot of wrestling shows to cover, but
It really is, and honestly, man, I need to, like I said, always say I need to make time because I'll just be busy because I miss SmackDown because, again, where I did a 6 to 10, so I'm just like I'm missing everything, but I got to get back on to just getting the recaps and everything like that.
yeah.
So I'm gonna let you take care of SmackDown because I did watch some of Raw when I was able to get home and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown, this is technically not the go home show for SmackDown, so we have one more before the event. But we did find out who made it in to qualify,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Naomi. I think I called that too in our last talk. I think I said Naomi
I
was
don't,
gonna
I don't,
was
I don't
gonna
even
get in
think
there.
we talked about the women's last time. I think we only talked about men.
Bro, at some point I said, at some point, I don't know if it was one of the solo rants that I did. At some point, I know I called Naomi. I just know I called, and I'm calling it now. Naomi's gonna win on Saturday. Period. That's it.
So
That's
she's
it.
you saying she gonna win regardless?
Yeah,
Money in the
I
Bank.
think she's gonna win Money in the Bank.
Who's all in
That's
the
my
Money in the
prediction
Bank for women's
for the
anyways?
women.
Yeah.
The women, like, I don't know. I'm so confused this year, but
Mm-hmm.
the women's the only one I'm confident. I feel like Naomi's gonna win. But you got Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
You got Julia. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of Julia, but she's relatively newer.
Okay.
Roxanne Perez, who just got
Okay.
called up from NXT.
Okay.
Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Stephanie Vaquer. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
I know who you're talking
Vaquer,
about though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the one Booker T be going crazy for. Um, but now she's on Raw now, and so she's gonna be in there. I mean, she's like I feel like her and Rhea Ripley are the favorites.
Okay.
But I don't know.
You mean
I'm calling
Stephanie,
Naomi.
or are you talking about Naomi
No, I think Stephanie and Rhea would be like the favorites.
to win it?
Stephanie just because she's like new and they're really getting behind her.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think Naomi's gonna win. That's just my prediction. Naomi's been doing some really good work recently.
Hey man, you called it. Hey, so you going with Naomi? But I
Yeah,
feel like you said, Rhea could win it.
yeah.
But I will definitely love to see Naomi win it. To be honest with you, myself,
See,
just
Rhea,
because
she's too big. Rhea's too big of a star. Like I don't. Rhea doesn't need to win Money in the Bank because she's been main event in WrestleMania. She's been like she's literally like the biggest women's star that they have right now. So I
I can
feel
see
like
that
Naomi's been I mean
on like a
she's been put in
on
good
a,
spots, but she's been on the incline
yeah.
with her character change and whatnot as a heel. I think she'd be good to just have it for a while, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But also on SmackDown, it looks like Andrade qualified. I think we did talk about this. I know we talked about this, and I thought it was going to be Carmelo Hayes.
Yes, we did. You did
But
say that. You did say that.
I thought it was going to be Carmelo Hayes, but no, it was Andrade. You know,
But honestly,
I'm not
we
mad
talked
about
about
it.
it because we didn't know what was
Yeah,
the
we didn't even
next
know who was going to
qualifying
be in the
matches.
match.
We
Yeah,
just wanted to see who was going to get into it
yeah,
itself.
yeah. And once I saw Carmelo Hayes, I was like, oh yeah, I got this
He
one.
in there.
But
He in there.
they gave that
So
shit to
who was that
Andrade.
match against who or up like who was all in that match?
That was a triple threat as well. So it was Andrade,
Okay.
Carmelo Hayes, and Jacob Fatu.
Why was
Um,
Jacob in that? Honestly, because he hold a
because he's
belt, right?
yeah, he has the U.S. title. I don't
Okay.
know why he was in it. I mean, because the fact that he's the U.S. champion is like he's not gonna win this thing. But how are
You
they
see what I'm
gonna make
saying?
him lose it? Because he's portrayed to be like this unstoppable guy, right? So in the match, he ended up taking himself out. Like running into the barricade. Everybody moves out of the way, and he kills himself running
Makes
into the joint
sense.
outside.
Makes sense. Okay.
But what ended up happening, and I really like Solo, but Solo's funny. He goes up. Jacob Fatu goes up afterward and he does this moonsault. I forgot who he hit with it, but he does this moonsault.
Mm-hmm.
And before he goes for the pin, Solo gets up on the apron and he goes, "Do it again." Yeah. Get up there, do it again.
So basically, hyping my man's up. Hey, don't pin him yet. Just go on and hit it one more time. Make sure you
Exactly.
finish the deal.
Exactly. Jeff Cobb is out there with him, so Jeff Cobb hops up on the apron too, like, "All right, get up there and do it again." And
Let's
Jacob's
run it
like, "What the
again.
hell's going on?" You know. So that's how Andrade ended up coming in, swooping in, and getting the victory because of that distraction. So
Okay.
you knew he was going to win. I just didn't know how they were going to position that story, but
Make
that's
it.
what we got.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you asked me before we talk about the men's Money in the Bank, because there was another qualifying match on Raw.
Okay.
I think, let's see, what else was good on SmackDown? SmackDown, well, ironically enough, R-Truth's last match was on SmackDown against JC Mateo. Oh, I said Jeff Cobb. It's JC Mateo now. That's his name. Jeff
Gotcha.
Cobb was his name prior to joining WWE. But yeah, now, I don't know if you saw this. This is literally right after the Saturday night main event when the Truth came out with the Ron Cena shirt and stuff. And he was
Yes.
back to talking to little Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And he, you know, they're in the back, and I guess Solo says, "Look at this guy. You know, he lost on John Cena on Saturday. Now he's out here talking to invisible people. Pathetic, right?" And
I did see the clip. I did
so
see the clip.
you did see that?
He said, I ain't gonna lie. I never seen you before in my life.
He said, "This your son, dog?"
This your son? He said, y'all big boned.
He said, "Boy, y'all big boned it."
He said, how about I take you, mind if I take your son in the ring and show him what a real being look like? I was like, wow.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
ironically enough, his last match, but that happened. The match was nothing to, you knew what it was going to happen. You know what it was. JC Mateo was going to get in his ass real quick.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess, and that was the story of like the week, the fact that was R-Truth's last match. He comes out with and before that, he comes out the Ron Cena shirt. The last time is now, and it's,
You know what? But
that
now
night,
it
somebody
makes
knew.
sense. So yeah, it does. Like the time
I
is
don't
now.
think he knew before then. I don't think he.
Oh,
I don't.
wow.
At that time,
Okay.
I don't think he knew. Okay, so the
Gotcha.
the story is that he didn't get fired, but they just didn't renew his contract. Okay,
Okay.
so they didn't renew his contract. So he's taking it as, okay, I've been released, but I don't think he was told until he announced it on Twitter. So like he came out on Saturday with that stuff. He didn't know that was going to be his last, one of his last runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or last matches rather. Yeah, and it's just bizarre, like, because somebody like from management in the back knew, like, all right, yeah, he's gonna go out with it. We're gonna try to sell the hell out of this last time is now shirt, knowing that this is this dude's last time.
Facts. Facts.
That's kind of jacked up. But if you ask me, but a lot of people are pissed off about it because they know nobody's safe. Because you figured R-Truth would be one of those people that never gets let go. Just keep him forever, regardless. He's always providing some value somewhere. But nah, man, they got rid of him. Him and Carlito. People cared less about Carlito, unfortunately.
Because he's been coming and going for a minute, honestly. I forgot he even came back, to be completely honest with you.
Well, he was in
came
Judgment
back,
Day doing that comedy thing, and he did good in that Judgment Day thing.
He did.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was entertaining, but
Definitely.
yeah, I don't know. They got rid of him. Yeah, but him and Truth, man, they up out of there. What else we got? So yeah, okay. So I think SmackDown did end with a promo battle. John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out for the first time to kind of address the crowd, kind of thing. And I believe, and I'm kind of spitballing this from memory, I believe that like he hyped up the crowd and brought out Jey Uso. Jey Uso is on Raw, but he brought out Jey Uso on SmackDown because they're going into this tag team match together. John Cena then comes out and interrupts him. John Cena then brings out Logan Paul. Logan Paul cuts a promo, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty good promo, right?
I'm gonna have to see it there, man.
It was a pretty good promo.
Okay.
He said something along the lines of like, I could walk on water and you people would still, talk trash because I can't swim, or, something along those lines. He was spitting some fire a little bit, but
okay. You said just a little bit.
A little bit. I'm gonna give him some credit.
Okay.
But yeah, that ended in just a brawl. to hype up that match. We'll see if they're going to be on the show Friday. But yeah, man, that's SmackDown. That kind of led us into Raw, which was more recent. That was this past Monday, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Which, what did you, I mean, you said you watched a little bit of it. Like, did
Yes.
you enjoy the show?
I
I think
actually,
it was a pretty mid show. Personally, I thought it was a mid show, but
yeah, it wasn't bad, like overall, but it honestly, like leading up to Money in the Bank, I don't know what more you could have asked for, to be honest with you.
okay.
Um, personally, but I, I didn't understand CM Punk in the beginning of calling out John Cena. But all right, I get why he did it, but for you to still lose the qualifying match, for me, it's just like you coming in with some hot boy stuff and you don't produce.
Yeah, you
Granted, the
don't win.
match was still overall pretty good. Don't get it twisted, but I really didn't want him to win the qualifying match. To be honest with you,
Who,
I
which was CM
actually
Punk? You didn't want CM Punk to win?
I didn't want CM
Okay.
Punk. Because I feel like it would have been too predictable at that point. Because like he said, I already won it twice. I'm going in now trying to win it 3 times, and then you already know who
Yeah.
he's going to cash it in on. So it's like
Yeah.
that
Another one
storyline.
of those. I put that in the same category as Rhea Ripley. Too big of a star. Like, he doesn't need it. He could do other things and be lumped into a title match. Like, he could win the Royal Rumble for all I care. Next year,
Facts.
something like that.
And
So,
I'm cool with that. Like I'd rather for him to do that. So it'd be like
I honestly thought AJ Styles was gonna win. By the way,
I wanted AJ Styles to win. To be completely honest with you, when I saw the lineup, El Grande Americano. I
because you
just
hate on my
honestly,
boy.
and I'm not hating on him. I can't take him serious, right? And then the sheer fact, your boy, what's the dude name? I'm drawing a blank, but they kept calling him Chad Gable, and then it was like, I mean,
Oh, Michael
El
Cole
Grande.
and them.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
like,
the
bruh.
announcers Michael Cole and Pat McAfee.
Pat
They're
McAfee, there
calling him
you go.
Chad.
He
They're
said,
calling
they
him
go
Chad
Chad Gable.
Gable.
He said, oh no, my bad. Americano. Like, bruh, come on, man.
Well, that's actually the reason why I didn't think he was going to win, because before Money in the Bank on Saturday, they have that AAA event, the Lucha show, and Chad Gable, not as Grande Americano. He's wrestling as Chad Gable at that show on Saturday. I think, who the hell is he wrestling in? Jesus, I forgot the dude's name. One of the dudes over there, Vikingo or something, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's wrestling him. So I was like, surely they're not going to put him in the Money in the Bank too, right?
Yeah.
But sure enough, he wins, and they put him in Money in the Bank. So he's wrestling double duty that night. He wrestles earlier in the day, and then he wrestles that night as well. I wonder if he gets paid well for that. He better.
Yeah, but also I did watch a little bit of just to backtrack a little bit. Jay Uso, Sami Zayn, and Braun Breaker, and who's the guy again?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. I don't honestly,
tag
man.
match?
Yeah, it's a tag match, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you got two big hamburger helper looking dudes, man, going against Sammy and Jay. They fighting for their life, okay?
That's Sammy's whole game, man.
They fighting for their
Sammy
life.
been fighting for his life from the beginning.
He has been, man. Like, even your boy Kevin Owens, like, when it was cool, you had to fight him. Like, come on, man. Get this man a break. He tired of fighting
Yeah.
big boys, man. But these big boys are moving, though. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Bronson Reed, like,
Bronson
I actually
Reed
watch
is
him,
crazy.
like, actually watching him, like, physically, like, watching him. Like, I always seen, like, clips and everything like that. But actually watching him, like, yo, this big boy can move, man. I ain't going to sit up here and lie to you. But that actually was a good match overall for me. But I'm tired of, like, the interference of a lot of these matches.
You're not the only one, brother. Yeah,
Because it's like-
they're starting to run that a lot. They're starting to run that a lot on throughout the whole show. You like, what the hell?
Because it's like out of
give
nowhere,
me a
you
clean
like
finish.
it's not even a clean finish. It's just like, yeah, it's a clean finish, but it's like I'm constantly like, okay, who is this match for? Like, what is this going on? Like, you're trying to build up a story. I get it, but it's like let people take their L's and build
Right.
better character development. Okay, I took this L versus I'm getting help all the time. I kind of feel like
I'd rather them cheat to win, like do something deceiving to win, rather than run interference. Like, I don't care if it's I don't know, do something behind the ref's back real quick, but not like a whole bunch of people interfering and DQ the match. I don't.
yeah,
Like you said, I like the matches to have a result.
yeah, and also it's like even with like
Because the next match, before you said it, but the next match, I believe, or it was either the next match or the match prior to,
mhm.
was another tag match with Judgment Day and Viking Raiders, and the same shit happened. It was a DQ
Who came out?
finish. Who?
Who helped out who?
Oh, okay. Roxanne Perez helped the Judgment Day
Okay.
defeat the Oh, well, at least there was a finish there. It wasn't a clean finish; it was an interference finish. But like you said, running interference in matches back to back, that shit gets old.
It does, because it's like for me, I'm just like, give me something else. Like I like you said, give me like some old school Eddie, like when he pulls something out, hit you with it, and act like he was the one that got
Act
hit
like
or
ain't nothing.
something, you know? No, nothing happened. He came in the ring, he tripped, he fell over, you
Yeah,
know?
that Eddie Guerrero stuff's fun when he tossed people the chair, then lay down like he got hit and get somebody else disqualified. That was
Like this.
entertaining.
But no, though,
Yeah,
like
that
for
was
me,
entertaining.
it's just like the interference is yes, I get it, but like now it's happening every show. Is like I don't want that to be the new norm. It's always the
It is the new
interference
norm,
now,
bro.
but I just don't want like even with the pay-per-views. I'm sorry, PLEs.
PLEs,
I'm sorry,
PLEs,
I
dog.
gotta say it right. I'm used to pay-per-view. That's what my age is showing. I don't want to see a interference happening in every single match. And I feel like honestly, like for Money in the Bank, what's all on that lineup for? Do you know, as far as like the matches?
Just the Money in the Bank matches I know. I don't know what's on the rest of the card.
Okay.
That's a good question. I have no idea what's on the rest of that card, to be honest.
You know what? Let's take a look and see if we can find something real quick.
Good call. I really haven't seen anything else promoted. They be doing these qualifying matches with the whole roster. Who else they got to wrestle?
You got a valid point. What you gonna see? The War Raiders again, and who else?
One thing is they don't, for whatever reason, they don't like to put tag team title matches on PLEs. So, like, I don't feel like the New Day or the Street Profits have defended the tag team titles on a PLE in a long time. So
But I feel like they need to, just to be
they
completely
do.
honest with you.
They do.
All right, let's take a look and see what it is.
And while you're looking that up, do you know, oddly enough, not oddly, but so I tried this when I was watching Raw this week. I switched on my VPN,
Mm-hmm.
and I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to anyway. That this is not like any type of sponsored segment or anything like that. But so I switched on my VPN and I switched it to the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turned on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get the commercials. So, like, you know, the commercials that we get in between those 3-minute segment commercials, they don't get those.
Yeah.
They get arena stuff. So, like, I actually watched, like, Chad Gable come out and talk. I think he was promoting something for the show. Nothing big ever happens then, but it's all wrestling and show related,
Okay.
you know, instead of what we get, fucking, you know,
Every
Subway commercials and
every
shit.
Subway
Slim Jim.
the insurance commercial, everything in between.
Man, how did I forget that? How did I forget that? Okay.
So you have John Cena, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes,
So
and Jey
it's
Uso.
4 matches, right?
Just gonna put it out there. Yes, I think so. John Cena,
Okay.
Logan Paul, or John Cena
Yeah.
and Cody Rhodes. That tag team. Which
No, it's John Cena, Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso.
as I'm saying, it's tag team. Like
Yeah,
I'm meaning
yeah.
like not John and Cody, but I'm saying like Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes and Jey Uso, John Cena,
Right.
Logan Paul. They had the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, which is Vikira
That
and
should be
Lynch.
pretty interesting.
That will be good. But back to what you're saying, I feel like we need a tag team like match at this point in time. Like give me something else. Like give me, but I guess the Money in the Bank match or the ladder matches for both men and women. It's gonna take up some time.
Yeah, for sure. I imagine the opening match will be the women's one.
Mm-hmm.
The closing one will be the men's one. And then
You feel
actually,
like
so I don't know. Does the Money in the Bank match close or the tag? No, I think the Money in the Bank match definitely closes.
yeah,
The
definitely.
tag match goes on before that.
Mm-hmm.
Women's Intercontinental match. I feel like there's maybe we're missing a match. Like I feel like there has to be one more match to break shit up, unless the Women's Intercontinental match is just going to be a garbage time match, or maybe the Cody Rhodes is going to be a garbage time match. But there's usually one garbage time match to give people time to go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
But I don't think it's gonna be.
But I'm fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm fine for.
Honestly,
I love the shorter shows. Those
honestly,
shows that be coming on
it's
a midday and shorter. I love it.
hey, honestly, it's only the 4 matches, man. Men's ladder, women's ladder, the
Assuming they
Intercontinental
don't add
Championship.
anything on Friday, right?
True, and then Cody and Jay versus Logan and John.
I'm for it. Give me all that. That's fine. That's fine with me because
He said, I'm cool with it. I take it.
I can't like. I mean, as much as I love, WrestleMania season and stuff, those 2-day events be a struggle sometimes. Now SummerSlam's 2 days, so this year SummerSlam's going to be a 2-day event.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. After Money in the Bank, what's the next?
XPLE after Money in the Bank. Hell if I know, dog. Oh, it's going to be Evolution. That's the one that's here in Atlanta.
Oh, yes, it is Evolution. Okay.
That's the women's one, though.
No, it's not. It's Night of Champions.
Where's the Night of Champions at? Saudi Arabia or something?
I believe so. No, yeah,
When is
Saudi
Night of
Arabia.
Champions?
It's in Saudi Arabia. It's June 28th. Then you
Jeez
have the
Louise.
Great American Bash, Saturday Night Main Event, and then Evolution. That's the one that's going to be here.
Is the Great American Bash going to be here too?
Yes, all three of those. Because remember, we talked about this.
Yeah. The Great American Bash is in the center stage? or
Center
something?
stage. And then
I actually want to go to that one.
they go to State Farm Arena for Evolution.
Yeah, I actually want to go to that one. I want to go to the. I want to
So
go to the Great
technically,
American Bash.
technically, will that not be like a 2-part weekend as well too? Like two
Yeah,
events?
so they're selling the tickets that, from what I understand and from what I've seen, the ticket prices on Ticketmaster are for both Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution.
Okay.
NXT is the Great American Bash, so that's a different show technically. Which actually, I might, like I'm looking at. It looks like Oba Femi's gonna be there. Trick Williams to be there. I love the last time I went to an NXT show was at Center Stage, and it was a very intimate and nice show. I loved it. But that's when, to give you an idea of how long ago that was, that's when the Velveteen Dream was still wrestling for WWE.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good, man. Showing your age a little bit.
Velveteen Dream.
Showing your age, man. But no, though, honestly, man. All right, so let's just jump into it because we haven't really talked about the actual Money in the Bank matches, as far as in
Not for the men's.
actual ladder. We did talk about women's because we kind of jumped the gun, but the men's.
Yeah, and I don't know which way this is gonna go, just given the context of like who's in it. Seth Rollins, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, your boy Penta, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. Like I don't know who wins that thing. I want to say like, okay, Seth Rollins wins, right? But again, Seth Rollins doesn't need to win. But maybe it makes sense for the story for him to win, since they're trying to treat him now like Thanos with the Infinity Stones. I have no idea.
Yeah, your audio went off for a minute. Like I heard what you were saying. I don't know if it's my end or what. But you back
We
to
already
what you.
talked about that internet, Doug.
Hey, my internet's fire. My internet is fire. Okay, but back to what you're saying. Like even what you said in the beginning, he's still a big name person. So I don't see him.
He doesn't need it.
He don't need it. Like I rather you push. Honestly, I don't want to get canceled for this, but you could push Solo. However, I don't want to see Solo to win it.
That's too many Samoans though. You got too many
That's why I
Samoans with
didn't
the
want to
gold,
say
dog.
it.
You can't.
I didn't want to say it. Okay.
They already got like 40% of the roster. They can't have all the gold, bro. They already had it once.
But then at this
No,
point,
I would like
in time,
I would like to see Solo win. At some point in time. I do understand what you're saying. I don't know
Solo
that
needs to
this
win
is the right
something, though.
time, but I do want him to win something because I love his character right now.
Yeah.
His mic work from the time that he got crushed by John Cena to now, night and day difference. Dude is super entertaining. But
Yeah, I give it
if
to
I
you.
had
He
to
is,
pick
man.
one, I'm gonna say
El Grande?
LA Knight.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna pick your boy. I thought you was gonna
Nah.
pick your boy.
No, I don't think he wins. I do think that he's going to have like one of the biggest moments in the match. He's going to have one of the memorable spots in the match. El Grande. He'll have one of the spots that we talk about next time. Like, oh shit, did you see that? I bet you that's what's going to happen with it. But all right, here I put my money on El Grande, Andrade, and Penta having the big spot.
Okay.
The other dudes, they ain't gonna. I don't know. Seth Rollins might get in there, but those three are definitely gonna have some
But-
huge,
but
huge
like-
ladder spot.
But back to what you're saying, like Seth don't really need it. He's already big name. So I do see what you're saying, but I see what you're saying. They're going to have some type of breakout at some point, like you said. But I'm just curious to see on what route it projects certain people, if that makes sense.
You're
like far
referring
as
to
in,
Seth's group,
not even Seth's group. I'm talking about just everybody in the match itself.
just the lineup in the match.
Lineup in itself. Because we already know Seth. He's good. Like he's him. Solo, is another one because of the sheer fact, he's technically new age bloodline. I'm curious to see now on what is going to happen with him, what type of push he's going to have after this match, especially if he does not win it. Penta, I feel like Penta is on a upward projection, in my opinion, because he has been taking a lot more matches, winning, and actually he's good at what he does too. And El Grande, I feel like you said earlier, I don't think you said it, but you texted to me. He's gonna be the dark horse. Like, he honestly, I feel like he'll be the reason why Seth Rollins will not win.
So El Grande costs Seth somehow?
Yes, I feel like that right there could happen. I feel like El Grande is gonna cost somebody to not win this match, but I don't know who somebody is. But I'll probably put my money more on Seth because, like you said, he's already a big name.
To play devil's advocate,
Okay.
I'm gonna, because like I said El Grande is gonna be in a big spot.
Mm-hmm.
My prediction is that the way that he gets into that big spot is he takes the bump. He's gonna be the one that takes the fall, but it's gonna be off of something. Like he's gonna be up there on top of the ladder. Oh my God, is he gonna win? And then somebody's gonna come toss his ass off through like 3 or 4 ladders or tables or something, and that's gonna be the highlight of the night. I'm trying to tell
But
you.
who's gonna do that though? Who do you
It might
think?
be Penta. Might be Penta.
Penta probably be the only one I can see do that or making
That's
that
why I
happen.
said I think both of them are. Or and I don't know if you ever watched a whole lot of Andrade, but that dude can move. Like he wrestles, in my opinion. And I don't know if he claims this, but he wrestles like almost a lucha style, but he's huge.
Okay.
So he does all the flips and high risk stuff, but he's like big as hell. In comparison to most of
Like
the
a
luchas who are
regular
smaller in
lucha. So he's
stature.
more like a RVD.
Fair. Yeah, he's bigger. Than
RVD was
though.
like kind of like he was
He's
that
bigger
like
than RVD.
oh, never mind that then. But RVD was that guy. He put his body on the line. Like he ain't scared. He will go
I loved
blow
RVD.
for blow with you. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, that's my prediction. Alien Knight, like the only reason I don't think, let me try to rephrase this correctly. The only reason that I wouldn't say LA Knight is because I don't know how that cash in would work. Because thinking forward, right? I still think that at some point, and I don't know where we're going with Jey Uso, but I do think at some point Seth Rollins does win the title, and then that they position Sami Zayn to beat him for that title. I feel like Sami Zayn is going to be the guy to beat Seth Rollins. Like I just feel like with the way that they're positioning him and some of the things that he said during promos, that he's going to eventually beat Seth Rollins for the title. But I'm thinking very far ahead, maybe next WrestleMania. But for now, I don't know who's going to beat Jey Uso, but whoever LA Knight would cash in on would have to be on Raw, because I think the John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and all that title's going to have its own story going forward. So whoever cashes in is going to be on that Raw champion, and I think it should be LA Knight. Maybe Gunther beats Jey Uso for the title, and then LA Knight cashes in on Gunther or something, since LA Knight's a good guy. But give me LA Knight for the win.
Okay. You know what? I'll follow behind it, man. I take LA Knight as well too. I'm not trying to just. I'm not going to just bandwagon because I really don't see anybody, as we just talked about.
That's what I said.
Winning this. Like I will love Penta to win, but I don't see him winning.
I just don't see that happening.
I don't see the push for him like that yet for a title run. El Grande, he's not going to win because he's playing too many people.
Yeah. He's gonna be too hurt from earlier. I bet you they're gonna play that in there. That's gonna be part of the story too. It's like, oh, he wrestled earlier tonight.
So you see what I'm saying? So I don't. That's not gonna happen. But Andrade, I haven't seen much of him to make a comment about it. And
he would be good. He would be good, but I put him in the same category as Penta. Like I don't necessarily see him winning just yet, but I could be wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong.
But honestly, like I feel like Solo is another one. But like just to go back off of what I said, it's like, do we want to see another Bloodline member with a belt?
I don't think he would get a belt. Like I feel like if Solo,
but
won,
it's not even a belt, not belt, but like in a title run or in
just
some
another kind of big major storyline. Yeah, no, I hear you. Like I do feel like if Solo won, it would be fun. Him every week trolling like he's about to cash in, but I do think that he would lose. I think that he would lose his cash in offer. Like I feel like he would try to cash in and lose. He would be the one that would try to cash in and lose if that.
But you know what? Like you said, that would be good though. Like that would be good for he'd be standing outside the matches, about to give it Get the bell. I'm just playing. I
No,
see you
not
next
yet.
week. I see you next week.
Exactly.
So back to that. That'd be great. All right. So we already talked about women's.
Yep.
Far as in Naomi winning, I feel you with that one. But I feel like honestly, now looking at this lineup, Alexa Bliss could try to make another run. Honestly,
She already has. She already won one, like, which is fine. But like, I don't
okay.
know.
Your boy
But
Seth,
she's very
not Seth,
popular.
CM Punk, like he said, he won it
Yeah.
twice. I'm going for the third
And
time.
Seth would already won one as well. So yeah.
So it don't make no difference.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Fair enough.
So that's could be a possibility, but who knows? But everybody, honestly, like you said, Rhea already big name. Naomi, she is not a dark horse, but she, like you said, she's already on a projection of going up. She has been going up.
Naomi's winning that thing, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Julia, okay. Perez.
He said, Julia, okay. Perez, yeah, Perez is getting pushed. She's in the Judgment Day now too. So, I don't know
So
if did you follow that storyline, like how
I
she's
didn't
kind of
follow
pushing
it, but
up
I seen that
on
she's
Dom.
in. Yeah,
She's pushing up on Dom. So Liv Morgan is kind of like, what the hell's going on here, kind of thing.
but she's always been
So we'll
Liv.
see how
Always
that
been
works.
like, hey, what's going on here? Like like I've been gone for a little bit. Now you want to do this? Come on, man.
Yeah. No. Well, if you remember that storyline, Liv took Dominic from Rhea. Because
From
Rhea
yes,
used to be,
I
so
remember
now
that.
Roxanne's about to take
Dom,
her
Dom
from.
out there getting passed around.
I'm gonna say he getting passed around, and he married, which is crazy. He's married. Dom out here married, doing all these love angles and stories.
We're gonna just jump right next to the next one, to the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I was gonna say those last two matches. I did not like
Lyra
Lyra
and
Valkyria.
and
Lyra,
Becky.
yeah, I didn't like her at first when she first won the Intercontinental title, but I will say the last few weeks that she's been cutting promos, I've been enjoying them. But I don't think that Becky wins here. I think it's going to be a good match, but I don't think Becky wins. I think Lyra retains here.
What is Becky's goal at the end of the day? Like, what's she trying to do? She's trying to just be like more.
She's just a heel now. She's got the same attitude, but she's just a bad guy these days, which I guess it works for the current landscape of who they're promoting as baby faces. So, and
That
like
makes
her and
sense.
Lyra work well together.
Okay.
I'll admit they work well together, but I don't see Becky winning, not right now.
Okay. Then probably later on down the road, you think she would go?
SummerSlam or something.
Okay, I respect that. Then let's just jump then to Cody and Jey Uso and Logan Paul and John Cena. Like honestly, I really
Who cares?
this match I will watch just to watch, but it's like we have basically champion versus champion,
Yeah.
former
There's
champion
no stakes.
and the wannabe champion. There's nothing like
Yeah, there are no
I'd rather
stakes in this
have
match,
I'd
right?
rather have a real tag team match at this point in time, like an actual tag team
An
title
actual
match.
tag title match. Yeah, give me the New Day and
Whoever.
Shit, yeah, fair enough. That's a solid point. Get out of here with this John Cena and Logan Paul crap. It's I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure parts of that match will be entertaining, but like you said, I feel like there would have been more value in having a tag title match there and progressing that story. Because this, like, regardless of who wins here, like, it doesn't matter. I'm assuming that Cody is gonna get the win since he hasn't had got anything since WrestleMania. Cody gets the pin on Logan Paul, perhaps, but I feel like they're gonna have to do something in this match to make it interesting, to make us want to beyond just the standard tag team wrestling match. They're gonna have to do something story driven. That's hopefully something other than Travis Scott interfering, but
Facts.
they have to do something story driven to kind of keep it interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming something will happen during that match, but I'm not sure. But Cody's probably gonna win. But yeah, for it to not be a snooze fest, I'm sure they're going to spice it up somehow.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I don't know. Like I'm just curious now to. I don't want to rush Saturday, but I do want to get to it to see how everything plays out. So if we want to, let's just recap real quick so we can have this for the next time. Okay.
All right.
So for men's Money in the Bank, who do you have?
LA Knight.
I'm going solo.
Fair. Okay.
I'm changing up. I'm going solo.
All right. I don't blame you. That's a solid pick. But yeah,
For
I'm going LA Knight.
women's Money in the Bank, Who do you have?
I'm going Naomi. I'm sticking with Naomi all the way through.
All right, I'm about to write this down real quick.
I said Naomi before I even knew she qualified.
You did. Before we even knew about it, you did say her name. So for men's, you have LA Knight, and I'm gonna take Solo.
And what the hell are you writing this down? Pen and paper?
Hey, I'm pen and paper. Pen and paper. I'm not typing nothing up. I want to send you a screenshot. I'm going to check it off. Even if I'm at work, I'm going to be having it in my
pulled
ear.
out a notebook.
Bow. All right. So for women's, you have Naomi.
Yes, sir.
Right? You know what? We're going to double back on that one. I'm going with the 2. Boom.
Yep.
For
right,
the Intercontinental Championship, what you got?
I'm sticking with Lyra on that one. I'm going to go ahead and stick with Lyra.
Excuse me. Just to be that guy, I'm going with Becky.
Okay. Watch it be some bold DQ match.
And then
we just finished talking about
Lyra,
DQs,
and Lyra keeps the belt.
Yeah.
You know what? We can have a side bet. We're gonna have a side bet on which matches is going to be.
That's the DQ match.
It's not a DQ, but it's going to run. Interference is going to happen.
If we're talking about running interference, that's got to be that tag team match with John Cena and then somebody. I'm guessing.
Honestly, I feel like if it's going to be interference, it may also end up being the Money in the Bank men's ladder.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean either one, men's or women's. I'm not sure.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now for
you got JC probably gonna come out and help. So you're probably right on that.
All right. So then, So then we got Cody and Jay with Logan and John. Who you got for that one?
I'm gonna go Cody and Jay.
Cody and Jay. I don't want to do this just for the entertainment of this. I'm going Logan and John. The only reason why I'm going Logan and John because I feel like John want to win as many matches he can. Why is his last run?
Even the non-title match. So even though
even the non-title matches,
beat the shit out of R-Truth. He hit him with the belt and everything.
You see what I'm saying?
Nuts.
See, and honestly, it wasn't anything to go off of. So I'm going John and Logan, and then honestly, that may be like a push more for Logan as well too, to a small degree. But I could just be talking.
We'll see.
All right, and then which matches you think gonna have an interference?
I'm going the tag match.
So the tag
I think that I do think that some BS is going to happen in that Intercontinental title match, but I think it's going to be more of like weapons. Somebody's going to use a chair as them, but in actual interference, I'm going to go that tag match only because you picked the ladder match, and I should have thought about that because JC Mateo's definitely interfering.
You can still pick it too, man. It's no hard feelings. You can pick the exact same thing.
All right, I'll pick the ladder match then because JC's definitely interfering in that ladder match.
All right, so we both got interference with the ladder match, and you still want to keep the tag or no? You can make as many thigh bets as you want, man.
No, something's gonna happen on the tag, but I don't know exactly what. I won't say interference, but
then honestly, if it's going to be something going to happen, it's going to be it's an interference, even if it's a DQ interference, whatever the case may be. Yes, because I can't really say DQ. Honestly, the only DQ you can really go off of is Becky and Lyra. To be completely honest with you, because honestly, that is the only single match that is a title match as well too.
Yeah. So if we're making those types of bets and looking at it from that perspective, I'm honestly thinking like we could possibly get interference in every match except for the women's Money in the Bank.
So no interference with women's Money in the Bank. But you know what?
But
honestly, I feel
like something could interfere.
Yeah, but I feel like yes, I was going to say it's going to be interference because you got Roxanne. You don't think her girl will come on and help her out?
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
And then on top of that, they already got bad blood with Rhea, so like something can happen with that, and then you got, like you just said, Naomi and Jade.
Yeah.
So honestly, each match can be an interference. Honestly, the only thing that I can possibly say confident, I'm not gonna be confident with it, but I feel like the Intercontinental Championship for women's, that's the only match that may be smooth sailing.
Man, that's somebody's getting hit with a chair, getting slammed through a table.
You know what? Okay, all right, you're right. We'll talk about this at a different time then.
Yeah, we'll follow up.
We'll follow up.
We'll follow up after the show.
So we're gonna say we're gonna run an interference with everybody, or something gonna happen in each match.
I mean, I'm saying that there is a large possibility that could happen.
Give me a percentage. You talking like 20%, 5%?
I'm talking like
80, 90%.
I'm talking like there's a 50% chance that we can get interference in every match, and
Okay.
about an 80% chance that we'll get interference in 3 of the 4.
Yeah, you might as well just say, hey, there's a 100% chance we're going to interference in at least 2 matches.
Yeah, okay. I'll give that. At least 2 matches will have interference.
All right.
50% of the 50% of the show.
50% of but half the show, right? So honestly, I'm gonna say some type of foolery, men's for sure, and then Cody and Jay and John and Logan. Those are my two. Actually, I'm also going to throw in the women's Money in the Bank as well too. Those are my 3. I still feel like the Becky and Lyra, that's going to be more like one of your. Somebody still may get hit with a chair. Somebody may go through something, but I don't think it's going to be to the point of like the other ones.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think interference would be in the men's. I do think interference will be in that Becky match and the tag match. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. We got to go.
Oh, we're gonna go see now. I'm gonna go write my notes a little bit better, make it a little more cleaner, polished.
All right.
But yeah, man, this was a good talk, man. It was a good conclusion to
Yeah. Yep,
Black
yep,
Nerds
I agree.
Wrestling.
Black wrestling nerds.
Hey, I said it backwards. It's all good, man. I'm still learning.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll get back together and we will see who's right, who's wrong, what the fallout is from, the shows over the weekend. And yeah, we'll talk again next week.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I guess same time Tuesday.
Works for me.
All right, because technically today's Wednesday, but we're gonna do it on Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. All right, but go ahead and stop.